What were your initial thoughts on the proposed plan by the lawmakers to purchase vehicle worth over 40 billion naira?
Okay. There are a few issues around that. One of the most prominent part is the timing of the purchase. So we have a situation in which there is already a lot of complaints in the system about the economic circumstances. So some issues that will have put people in the right mode might have been done first before talking about buying the cars. The other part for me is these cars, are they imported? If they are imported, what comes to my mind is how about the local producers? Should cars like this have been procured from local producers? Because when you do that, there are economic benefits and prosperity of local industries. So the whatever amount, 50 billion that have been used, will be within the system. But if it was imported, what it means is that in the midst of the foreign exchange issues, there are all now creating an additional foreign exchange issue. And it will not be as beneficial to the local economy as if it has been vehicles that were purchased from the local producers. The third part for me will be that we are solving the problem from a wrong perspective. Here is it. Let's say the ninth assembly, dollar was not as expensive as this, so they got their cars. There is now a new assembly, and we think because of the circumstances, they shouldn't get their car. If cars are part of what has been budgeted for and provided for those roads, then they have the right to get the cars.
Yes, Gbolahan, let me just, chip in at this point in time. Apologies for cutting you short. You talked about the right timing. If you could please just elaborate much more on what a right timing would be for purchase of vehicles like this.
The right timing will be that the complaints, the intense complaint about the economic circumstances that is going on right now will be moderated a little bit. Maybe it is even the increment in wages that will have happened. The government has been speaking about increment in the government workers' wage. Maybe that will have happened. Maybe it is the palliative that will have happened. But something that will have shown that government has listened and is executing what it says it will to ameliorate the situation, the economic situation of the people. If some of those things have happened before the purchase of the cars, I can assure you that though there will be complaint, because there has always been complaint about the cars anyway, there's always been complaint. And what I've asked people is, if you are a member of the House of Rep, how many Nigerians will actually say, oh, because of the circumstances, I will not take my own car. I will let all other people have their cars. But for me, I will make a sacrifice of my own.
All right, Mr. Olojede, because I still have a couple of questions for you. Apologies for cutting you short again.
Okay,
what should have been, what should have been, I'm just wondering, what should have been, let's say, a cost-effective alternative to this purchase, to purchase of these vehicles?
The alternative that I see is to ensure that those vehicles are bought from the local manufacturer, because it has implication for the economy, for employment, for prosperity of those industries, and by extension, the prosperity of Nigerians. That will have been my take. I saw the report saying healthcare, how many primary? There is a budget for primary healthcare. We should execute that budget. There is a budget for National Assembly. The fundamental question, which I said, we are curing the problem from a wrong level. The right level is to begin to ask ourselves whether we need 360 plus 109 lawmakers in the country in the first instance. When we begin to address those fundamentals, then it will be easier to deal with this matter.
Finally.
But at this level, we're dealing with it. we won't make much progress.
Okay.
That is the reality.
Right. Now, finally, Mr. Olojede, you mentioned in the process of speaking that if these provisions were within the rights of these lawmakers, then they probably may have it. But then again, how can we minimize the cost of governance in Nigeria?
Let's ask that question all over again. If there are 360 lawmakers representing nooks and crannies of this country, why do we need the 109? Or if there is 109 already representing us, why do we need the 360? Must we have a bicameral legislation in this country? Can we reframe the structure for delivering lawmaking in this country and make it less expensive than what we currently run?
All right. Thank you so much for your expertise. Gbolahan Olojede, Public Affairs Analyst. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.